plates on me. Okay, let's start. I need someone to raise their hand and tell me what this is.
A Venn diagram.
Oh, I'm looking for someone with their hand raised. Julie?
A Venn diagram.
Beautiful, good job. Okay, so this is a Venn diagram, and we know how to spell it, right? Venn diagram. Someone remind me, what do we put in our two bubbles on the outside? I know y'all know this. I'm looking for hands. Michaela?
What's different?
What's different? Good job. Thumbs up if you agree with Michaela.
In the middle.
Oh.
The same.
The middle is the same. Who agrees? Thumbs up. Good job, Michaela. So today we are going to be comparing and contrasting our two books. What's our first book called? Looking for hand raised. Let's see. Kaylin? The Three Little Pigs. Good job. So I'm going to write that on my side one. The Three Little Pigs. Side one. What am I going to write on side number two? Christian? The true story. Good job. Everybody say good job, Christian.
Good job, Christian.
The true story. We'll leave that, won't we? Okay, so now we're going to talk about our different story elements that we remember learning about the past 2 days, right? So someone raise their hand and tell me what our story elements are called. Ezekiel, what's our first one? Setting. Good job. So someone tell me the setting of our two books. What's different and what's the same about our setting? You guys remember? Anybody know? Well, what's the setting? Let's start with that. What is the setting?
It's where the story takes place.
When and where the story takes place. Where does the story take place in our first book, The Three Little Pigs? Where does our story take place? Jameer, do you know? The forest. Where else, though? Where else does it take place, Cole?
The Three Little Pigs.
And what are those Three Little Pigs' houses?
Straw.
Straw house? Good job. You're so awesome. And now, was that the same in our true story of the Three Little Pigs? But there's one setting that was different. So, yes, they were in the forest. Yes, they were at the brick house, stick house, and straw house. But what was that one difference? London, you look like you know. He was in the jail cell. Everybody say good job, London.
Good job, London.
So in my similarities box, I'm going to write setting, forest, and what were the three pigs' houses?
Straw.
Straw house, stick house,
and
brick house. But what was the difference again for the setting?
The wolf was in the jail cell.
Wolf was in jail. Good job. Okay, now I want to talk about the character. Someone raise their hand and tell me what a character is. You guys should all know this. I want to see new hands, Amy. People that are in this story. Can it be animals too?
Yes.
Turn and talk with your neighbor about who the characters were in the story. Turn and talk with your neighbor about who the characters are in the story.
Where's Braylon? Where's Braylon?
You shake hair.
Oh, I should know that, you. I knew you when you were this big. He doesn't know I knew I was that big, but you were this big the first time I ever met you. Your mom used to go to the same gym as me.
Okay, good. All right. Class, 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 class.
Yes, 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 yes.
Class.
Yes.
Class.
Yes.
Okay, I want someone to raise their hand and tell me the characters in the Three Little Pigs. You guys are doing so awesome. New hands, Michaela.
Pig 1 and pig 2.
And who else? The wolf. Okay, good job. Everybody say good job, Michaela.
Good job,
And
Michaela.
now who were the characters in our story, the true story of the Three Little Pigs? Are those the same or different?
Same.
The same. Pig number 1. Pig number 2. Pig number 3. And the wolf. Good job, guys. Okay, now what's our next story element you think we're going to talk about? So we know our setting, we know our character. What's another story element? Think in your brain. Think back to that anchor chart we made. What's another element? Christian? The theme. Good job. And the theme, you guys, does anyone remember what the theme was? What is a theme called? Like, what's the definition of a theme? Braylon? Yes! The lesson of the story. And now this one's a little tricky, so I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor about what you think the theme is of both stories. Braylon just said it, and he's your partner, so you can ask him. Maybe look back at the book. You have your text in front of you, and you have your packets in front of you that you have been working on. So maybe check there. Look back in the text. You have both books. You can look back. All right. Do you think you guys have enough time? Or you need some more time?
We need some more time.
Okay, we'll do one more minute. So talk quick. I'm gonna walk around and see what you're thinking.
Skip.
Okay. Class.
Yes.
Class.
Yes.
Class.
Yes.
Point to me so I know you're ready. Point to me so I know you're ready. Point to me so I know you're ready. Hands up so I know you're ready. Hands on your head if I know you're ready. Hands on your shoulders if I know you're ready. Okay, someone tell me what they think the theme is of the story. Anybody want to share their cold first?
Build a better or stronger house.
To build a stronger house. And we're going to talk about the 3 little pigs first, okay? Ooh. Anybody else have a different theme for just the 3 little pigs? London?
I love Tesla.
Oh, thank you, Caitlin. The big bad wolf got what? Got framed. Remember, that's our second book, right? Did he get framed in our first story, the 3 little pigs? Or he said he got framed in the true story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back to that. Yes.
The theme is treat someone how you want to be treated and learn all sides of the story.
Learn all sides of the story and treat others the way you wanted to be treated. Who agrees with that? Let's think back to our book of the 3 little pigs and let's think. What happened in the 3 little pig story? So the wolf came and blew down their house, and then what happened with the 3rd little pig? What did he do to the wolf? What did he do?
He burned.
He tricked him. Remember, he burnt his booty and he burnt. And so, what did the wolf learn? What happened to the wolf in the end? He got gone, or he got hurt. So, like you said, I think that's true. You need to treat others the way you wanted to be treated because you don't want that to happen to you, right? He was mean to the pigs, and then it circled around and it got back to him, right? So I'm gonna write theme. Treat others the way, what else? You want to be treated. Now let's think about the true story of the 3 little pigs. And I loved what Kaylin said. She said, learn all sides of the story. Because whose point of view was in the second book? Who was telling the story? The wolf. And did the wolf think that he was guilty, or did the wolf think he was innocent? Innocent. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And in the first book, right, the first book he was portrayed as bad, and then in the second book he said, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I was just looking for sugar for my grandma. So I do like what she said. Learn all sides of the story. Learn all sides of the story. Good. So for the rest of our time here, we're going to get into groups and we're going to work on our graphic organizer for ourselves. And we're going to go into detail more about, remember, our problem and solution. Remember we talked about that? We're going to work more with that, okay?
So cool.
All right, let's see.